So another major problem, regardless what part of the year that you are trying to land a product manager job, doesn't matter if it's Q4, 1, 2, 3, or any quarter, is actually since the April 2022 layoffs, it seems like it's absolutely impossible to land a job because it seems even more impossible to land interviews. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about the nuances right now that change in terms of converting those interviews into the offers. But let's just focus right now on getting product manager interviews. I get about 50 to 70 DMs every single day before I even have lunch from people that are asking me how, like, can I review their resume? And honestly speaking, if I could, I absolutely would, but unfortunately, I'm just too busy. But people see that we clearly have a very proven process in terms of being able to land people multiple interviews, which equals to multiple offers. Now, I'm going to go ahead and flex right now overtly how my program is so successful is because we get people 300K big tech product manager jobs, landed a product manager job in 2 months, 4 product manager offers in 60 days. These are all testimonials. AI program manager job, how I landed a product manager job in 60 days, multiple offers, multiple offers, multiple offers. Scroll down, multiple offers, multiple offers. The decision-making process you have to decide as a consumer is, do you want to do this with Product Gym, or do you want to go ahead and do this on your own, in which case you can, by all means, just join my school and do this yourself. But why is this program so successful, Rich? Can you go ahead and stop flexing your program? No, I'm not. And I'll tell you why. I want you to get multiple offers because there is a chance that one of your offers is going to rescind. So most people are not even thinking right now of getting multiple offers because they're struggling. You are most likely struggling to just get one interview. But have you thought about why it's so hard for you to get one interview? It's so hard for you to get one interview right now because the role itself is constantly changing, because the market itself is constantly changing. So every single day, people are telling me, like, Rich, I get like 50 to 70 people that DM me on LinkedIn say, Rich, why is my resume not getting picked up? What's wrong with my resume? Can you review my resume? I will pay you to review my resume. And what I've been trying to tell people, there's nothing wrong with your resume. Nobody's looking at it. And people ask me, why is nobody looking at it? Because the recruiter that's getting paid $75,000 a year doesn't give a shit about your resume. Because getting you an interview so you can get a job and continue to feed yourself is not their priority. Their priority is to keep feeding themselves. And being able to say this, because I was a recruiter, I can go ahead and also tell you this. Recruiters know their job is getting automated. I've seen the recruiting technology. By 2025, you guys will be interviewing with holograms. And the recruiters that you thought were losers, incompetent, and any other derogatory name you can come up with to describe a person that doesn't deserve a job or to be working at a company, is going to be somebody you're going to be missing dearly compared to the hologram that you're going to be talking to. Recruiters know they are getting automated. This is actually why you have hiring managers. We scraped up this little Airtable for y'all. Okay? And we scrape up all these roles every single day. We scrape it up fresh for you. Like just warm bread out of the oven. You can tear it apart. Right? And at the time of this video, it's like the end of, like, middle of November. And you can go out there and see it here. We have the date, we have the hiring manager, we have their title, we have the screenshot. Hey, my team's looking for a product manager. We have the link of the creator post. We have the link of the job post, the job description. We basically get all this. You can get all this right now, too, that's in school. But I can show you right now. Like, companies are posting. Companies are posting wildly right now. Companies need product managers so bad that they even have somebody from their design team whip up a graphic to try to get your attention that they are hiring. So, Rich, why am I not getting more interviews? I'll go ahead and tell you exactly why. And if you're offended, I'm sincerely not sorry because I feel like I'm doing you a disservice by not telling you the truth. You have a recruiter that doesn't give a shit because they're not getting paid enough money to care. And then you have a hiring manager that's thinking this. Hiring manager's like, yo, I want to go out there and hire a product manager. I have a budget that's already approved. Why am I not getting any product managers sent through? I'm hiring director of product management a day ago over there at Capital One. So what they're going to go ahead and do is this. Every product manager knows a bunch of other people that want to be product managers and are already in product management. It's like I get like 20 DMs a week from like somebody who's like, yo, I went to University of Michigan too, and I would like to be a product manager. Can we go out there and get a coffee chat? No, I don't have time. But anyways, right? They post up on their LinkedIn. You know what immediately happens right after this, after they post this thing up? They get hit up by 100 people, more than half of which are not even based in the U.S. Now, that's a separate conversation. All jokes aside, or joke aside, clicking on each PDF to pop that thing open, you review 8 resumes and 35 minutes of your day is gone. Do you honestly think they're going to go ahead and sort that entire pile? They are not. So how do you break through? You break through by doing a few things. Number one, you go ahead and you follow up 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Why? Because when are they? I have somebody that's scraping this thing fresh every single day. You know when they're getting after it? Around 4 p.m. in the afternoon, local time. So most people, they're applying once and they're expecting to get some type of response back, and they're not getting the response back, and they're wondering why. Well, it's because they're getting rushed by a lot of really low quality talent, and they don't want to say anything because they don't want people to make it seem like they're insensitive to other people's situation. But they also have a job to do in a market where they don't have as much human resources and financial resources. I want you guys to go out there and actually do me a favor and think of the perspective and like actually pretend like, you know, user empathy, being customer obsessed, or like, you know, end user focus. Those aren't just like taglines we throw around in product management like it doesn't mean anything. It actually kind of does. Anybody that's working right now is feeling just as shitty as you are. They don't know if they have a job next Friday. They don't know if they're going to get canceled this Friday. A third of the people that are working right now, they are dating somebody or being married to somebody that also doesn't have a job, and you probably have not been a very happy camper in the last 2.5 years, and they probably have to deal with that. They probably had to lay off some of their friends. They're probably trying to figure out their own product market fit situation. So they don't really have the bandwidth anymore to like look at your resume while they're puffing on a mango jewel. That was 2021. Like, they don't have the bandwidth. Everybody that's on the job right now is doing 5 to 8 people's work. They're way overworked. They're definitely way underpaid. And they don't want to be watching videos like this trying to get a job. They'd rather just try to keep the one that they have right now because the market is volatile AF. So you have to go ahead and follow up with these people multiple times. Second thing that I would go out there and recommend for you is apply in a group. A lot of times people are actually asking me like, Rich, how are you guys getting so many interviews? It's not about what you're doing. You got to also think about what's stopping you from doing this. Like, if you talk about a very saturated field, it's about like, you know, getting the body that you want. It's going to be New Year soon. Gyms are going to be packed, right? You know how to go ahead and apply. People come to me all the time and they're like, should I do the qualitative approach and just like be very customized? Because I saw somebody get a job with that process. Okay, or should I just go out there? You guys will go out there and watch and see one LinkedIn post and said, you know what? Like, being targeted was getting me nothing. I just sprayed and prayed. I just applied to like 100, 200, 300 jobs a day. Most common answer I get is like, are there even that many openings? Yeah, there are that many openings. Okay, but you just don't want to do it. You don't want to do it because you don't feel like it. You don't feel like it because you're procrastinating, right? 100%. I get it. But those people are consistent. Then there's the people that's like, I just went very targeted. Does that work? It can work too. But those people are consistent. Then there are the people that are like, I went out there networking because my application was not getting through. I decided to get physically out on site, and just talk to people. Does that work? That can work too. But you got to go out there and be consistent. In this market, anything that you expect to do to generate a scalable result for you requires at least 45 to 90 days of hard effort. Now, for me, I'd much rather choose a combination of spray and pray, apply in the morning, en masse, at scale in the afternoon, backing that up with following up and setting out quality, like actual targeted approach. But this is actually why we have 3 times in a day where we're applying together as a group. You don't have to come to all 3 of them, but they're available because people just can't bring themselves to do that on their own. They just can't. It's too painful, and you're not wired to be that unhappy as an American. It's a fact. Let's not fight biology. Okay? It's really not. Most people procrastinate on this. In fact, to give you another example of procrastination, 80% of the roles that are already here, your job's already here, hasn't even been posted yet. Companies on average hire another product manager, I would say every 3 to 4 months. We've had people land jobs just from following with the hiring managers that posted up back in February and in March, saying hey, I saw you posted back in February and March, April, May. Are you guys hiring for another product manager? Response rate, positive response rate was up the roof. Yeah, I've been actually trying to post this role for two weeks, but I have not gotten around to it. So that's also another trick. Another trick that I also want to go ahead and give you, because you're cool enough to stick it out to this video, is this. Reapply to all the positions you got rejected from, and you'd be amazed. The response rate has been amazing, helping us people get multiple offers. So recruiters don't do due diligence when they're rejecting people. Also, reapply to all the companies that actually rejected you after they interviewed you and say, hey, we do this thing as a group. I'm reaching back out because that is such a great time talking to you guys. I didn't know why I was rejected, but if the role is still open, I'm still very much on the market and would love to resume the conversation with you guys. The general response for that is, we had a really good time talking to you too, and we also can't figure out why we rejected you, so nobody keeps notes. If you're still in the market, we'd love to go out there and talk to you again. Why? Because a few weeks ago, maybe they had this idea of who it is that they wanted, and the more candidates that they got a chance to talk to, they've realized that, hey, the person that we're actually looking for right now, that's actually kind of unrealistic. But they're not going to go back to you, because why? Because they have so many other new candidates coming in, so it's your responsibility to go ahead there and follow up with them. There are 8 to 9 other strategies I haven't talked about, but getting multiple product manager interviews is actually very, very, very doable. There's nothing wrong with your resume. You just have to do more to get it in front of their face. There's nothing wrong with most YouTube videos. It's just you have to go out there and promote it more for people to go out there and watch. Why do you think I'm posting this thing up on LinkedIn every single day, is telling you guys to go out there and watch it? Because if I post it up one time on YouTube, how many people actually take a look at it? Probably very little. But if I post it up every single day on LinkedIn, say watch it, 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 you know how many more people are going to watch it? A lot more than if I just posted it once on YouTube and then backed it up with one LinkedIn and Instagram post, right? There you go. Getting multiple interviews, totally doable. You can either do it with us, or you can do it on your own, on school. Either or is totally fine with me. I just want you to get a job, because I've gone through job hunting before. It is a shitty process. It is a shitty way to go out there and feel. Nobody feels good about themselves when they're looking for a job, because you got to ride the emotional roller coaster. That's why 87% of Americans, including in tech, are utterly unhappy with their job, and they do absolutely nothing about it, because companies know you guys don't want to ride that emotional roller coaster, so they're just going to go out there and completely exploit you. But if you have more interviews than you can go out there and count, it will be really exhausting, but you will go ahead and tune out. You will get multiple offers. You will have backup offers. You will have competing offers to get a much better offer. And if anybody rescinds your offer, you have backup offers ready to go.